It's Friday the 13th, September 2024. Welcome to episode 120 of the Alameda Postcast, an audio service of the Alameda Post. I'm your host, Scott Peeler. In this edition of the Postcast, a look at the 5 candidates for 2 open city council seats. Wait lists are open for below-market housing. The city receives $16 million for road safety improvements. The Transportation Commission gets updates on numerous projects. Brian Wu flirts with perfection. Nina G hits Amazon Prime. And Gene Kahane reveals his 5 favorite coffee shops in Alameda. These stories and more on this episode of the Alameda Postcast. Our top story: the City Council will see some changes this November. Malia Vela has served 2 consecutive 4-year terms and is ineligible to run for re-election. Incumbent Trish Herrera Spencer is looking for her second term. So, 2 open seats, 5 candidates. As part of our commitment to you, the Post is providing information on local candidates so you can make an informed decision come November 5th. The Alameda Post does not take positions in elections on any candidates or measures to be voted on by the public. Along with Herrera Spencer, there are 4 additional candidates running for the council. These positions are nonpartisan. I'm going to give you a brief introduction to each candidate and then encourage you to explore their positions in depth. Tushan Amara Siriwardena is a former journalist and product developer who has served on multiple local boards, including, in full disclosure, the Alameda Post. He is campaigning on a platform of what he describes as pragmatic, data-driven solutions to address the city's most pressing issues. Greg Bowler is currently a deputy district attorney in Alameda County DA Pamela Price's office. His campaign prioritizes strengthening Alameda's public safety infrastructure, including accelerating recruitment and retention of top professionals in police and fire departments. He served 2 terms as an Alameda County Public Health Commissioner. Michelle Pryor is a special education teacher. She's campaigning on a platform of collaborative problem solving to address the pressing issues of affordable housing and climate change. Her campaign emphasizes her track record of community involvement and advocacy. She has fought for renter protections, supported the Wellness Center, and engaged in volunteer work. Stephen Slauson is a contractor who has worked on projects for AUSD, Alameda Municipal Power, and the city. Slauson emphasizes public safety and has stated he will continue to preserve Alameda's historic single-family neighborhoods. He is a member of the board of directors for the Alameda Citizens Task Force and the Alameda County Taxpayers Association. Trish Herrera Spencer, the former mayor of Alameda, her re-election focus is on public safety, responsible growth, and transparent governance. Spencer's platform includes support for necessary traffic solutions, climate change conservation efforts, and responsible growth. As I said earlier, this is just a brief introduction to these candidates, and I have only lightly touched on a small part of their platforms and experiences. Adam Gillett provides an in-depth look, including links to candidate websites. You'll find that article in the same place you'll find all of our election coverage, alamedapost.com/election. Today's obvious statement: housing is expensive in the Bay Area, and Alameda is no exception. Affordable housing efforts include the sale of below-market rate housing when it is available. Rise Housing Solutions in Walnut Creek manages below-market rate initiatives for multiple cities, including Alameda. They have recently opened 3 wait lists for the opportunity to purchase these homes when they become available. Before we get to the nuts and bolts, let's focus on that last statement: when they become available, because at the moment there are no below-market rate properties available in Alameda. This is about getting on the wait list for future opportunities. There are 3 wait lists: very low income, and moderate income. These are all based off of the area median income figure. That's an annual household income figure, and currently it stands at $155,700 for a 4-person household. Let's stay with that 4-person guide. Very low income equals 50% of AMI, or $77,850. Low income equates to about 80%, or $120,800. Moderate income is actually above the AMI at 120% and equals $186,850. Applicants can earn additional preference points for statuses such as an existing residence, job, or business in Alameda. An additional preference point can be earned in the moderate income list for those employed by the Alameda Unified School District. After the applications are submitted by October 6th and qualified, there will be a lottery held on October 8th. Approved applicants will then be notified of their position on the list. When homes do become available, they tend to range in price from $115,000 to $500,000. Again, to reiterate, at the moment, no below-market housing is available for sale in Alameda. For a complete look at income requirements for households of various sizes, plus links to apply to that wait list, see the below market rate article at alamedapost.com/news. The federal bipartisan infrastructure law for Safe Streets and Roads for All program has issued a $16 million grant to the city of Alameda. The Safe Streets Act provides funds to local, regional, and tribal communities to improve roadway safety and prevent deaths and serious injuries on America's rural and urban roads. Alameda's grant will be used to enhance safety along the 3-mile Lincoln Avenue, Marshall Way, Pacific Avenue corridor that runs from the East End to Alameda Point. The plan for that corridor was approved by the City Council back in April of 23, as reported in Episode 50. Among the design elements, roundabouts, lane reductions, and improvements in pedestrian crossings, traffic signals, and bus stops. Currently, flashing beacons and increased intersection visibility work going on at Lincoln and Walnut. Design work expected to continue through 2025, with construction anticipated to be completed in 2027. Our article includes links to the city's full plan. Find that at alamedapost.com/news. Last month, the Transportation Commission heard informational project updates on the Link 21 program, Neighborhood Greenways Implementation and Slow Streets program, State Route 61 Preventative Maintenance Project, and the Oakland-Alameda Access Project. If that sounds like a lot, you're right. A few highlights. The Link 21 program is a transportation megaproject aiming to transform passenger rail travel in Northern California. Part of the design process, will Alameda be tied into the larger rail system, and if so, how? Some concerns were voiced about the Oakland-Alameda Access Project in particular, notably the potential long-term closure of lanes in both the Posey and Webster tubes. Ken Durr has put together an in-depth look at what's on the Commission's plate. It is a lot. It does include maps to help you further envision what the future holds for getting around Alameda. Find his article at alamedapost.com/news. Wednesday night in Seattle, Alameda's Brian Wu baffled the Padres, taking a perfect game into the 7th inning. He retired the first 19 batters he faced until a one-out home run by Fernando Tatis Jr. broke up the perfecto. Brian wound up notching his 8th win of the season against only 2 losses as the Mariners triumphed 5-2. Brian's final line, 6 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Brian heads back to the mound Tuesday in Seattle against the Yankees. Speaking of sports, College of Alameda just made the national news with their new men's basketball coach. It's Hall of Famer, NBA champion, and Olympic gold medalist Gary Payton Sr. He was coaching at Lincoln University in Oakland, and yes, the Oakland native is the father of Gary Payton II of the Warriors. Welcome to the island, Gary. Continuing with local heroes, congratulations to comedian Nina G. We first introduced you to Nina way back in episode 23. The 5th-generation Alamedan is the subject of the new Amazon Prime documentary, Nina G, Stutterer Interrupted. The film follows Nina's journey to the stand-up stage, includes backstage footage from her gigs at the Alameda Comedy Club that resulted in her Stutterer Interrupted album. Take a look at the trailer for the documentary at alamedapost.com/features. Gene Kahane continues his examination of places to nosh in Alameda, this time his favorite coffee spots. Of course, after he picked his 5, he listed a lot more favorites. Great choices, but I gotta add, Mosley's. Check out Gene's go-to spots at alamedapost.com/features. Walking history tours starting to wind down for the season. Check out the Gold Coast West End with Dennis Evanosky and Adam Gillett Saturday. After that, just one tour remains for 2024. Details at alamedapost.com/tours. If you've got a little one, be sure to take advantage of Alameda PD's final free car seat inspection and installation event of the year. Happens this Saturday from 10 till noon in the City Hall parking lot. Amanda Laird has again curated a great list of events for your weekend this week with a focus on things that are truly Alameda. Look for All Around Alameda every Thursday at alamedapost.com/features. Lots of events to choose from at 94501.info. Let me give a shout out to the Lost Cats Quartet playing at Alameda Brewing Friday night. Don't forget the Farmers Market Saturday from 9 until 1. Blackberries are amazing right now. Blessing of the Animals Sunday at First Congregational Church on Central. Again, 94501.info. If you're planning ahead, mark your calendar for Saturday the 21st and the Round the World Festival at Chichenio Park. Find a preview at alamedapost.com/features. While you're there, if you've never seen a green heron, you're not alone. Check out some great pictures of this reclusive Alameda resident, thanks to Doug Henderson and Rick Lewis. Thank you for your support of local news for Alameda. To give a tax-deductible donation, head to alamedapost.com/memberships. You can find us on all the usual social media outlets, and don't forget to subscribe to our feed on Apple News. You can find the Postcast wherever you get your podcasts, or simply tell your smart device to play the Alameda Postcast podcast. I'm Scott Peeler, back next Friday with episode 121 of the Alameda Postcast.